Hi guys, it's Duff out. It's time for our weekly walk, so come on with me. I'm going to talk to you about why your prayers are so powerful. They really, really mean a lot to God. And you have entered that place with Him through faith. You couldn't work your way there. You couldn't do enough deeds to get yourself there into this important place with God, this place where He trusts you. But you know, when somebody really believes in you, you know what it does? It makes you trust them, and it makes you feel that they're trustworthy with your secrets. And I think there's nothing more important to any of us than our secrets. You know, our desires, the things we've done, the things we've done in the past, all that kind of stuff. But God brings you into His counsel, and there's a story about God's MO that when you become His child, He brings you into a place where your thoughts and your prayers become very, very important to Him. And He will actually listen to you. It's kind of like He'll say, what do you want me to do? And so we see this story. Some of you know the story of our spiritual forefather, and he kind of sets the precedent of how all this works. So what has happened, he was an old man, and God told him, said, I'm going to cause you and your wife Sarah to have children, and you're going to become a great nation. And the Bible says that Abraham just believed him. See, this is way different than saying, I believe Willie Mays was the greatest baseball player that ever lived. It's not that kind of faith. It's not saying, I believe El Pollo Loco has the best chicken. It's not like that. It's a real faith that goes all the way to the core of your being. And when God sees that, that opens up an avenue of trust between you and Him. And He wants to let you in on things. And mainly He wants to let you in on His mercy, that He wants His mercy to come to earth. So right after God has pronounced all these blessings on Abraham, something very unusual happens. Some angels show up at his camp, at his tent. And you know the story of how his wife laughed, you know, when she first heard the promises and stuff. But God pronounces all these blessings on Abraham, and immediately afterwards, God says to the angels, right there, He goes, should we tell Abraham what's about to happen? And Abraham's listening, because Abraham has absorbed the heart of God all of a sudden. He's been made righteous by God, and his heart and God's heart are completely synced up now. And what he discovers is going to happen is, it says that the wickedness of these cities that are called Sodom and Gomorrah, it was very cruel cities, that just inhumane treatment of each other and of strangers. He said, their cry has come up to heaven from me, and I'm going down to destroy it. But you see, Abraham has been brought into the council now. His opinion of what's in his heart, he's absorbed it from the heart of God. And the heart of God is saying, cry out to me for mercy for these cities. And so some of you remember this story. He said, but Lord, what if there's 50 good people there, 50 righteous people? Would you destroy, even though there's 100,000 people there maybe, would you just have mercy on it if there's 50? And God goes, okay, for the sake of 50. And Abraham just thinks God's even more merciful than that. And he goes down to 45. Lord, would you spare it for 45 for the sake of them? Yes, I would. What about 40? And the story goes, it's really gripping. It's really moving. He gets all the way down to 10 people, and God says, I will not destroy it for the sake of 10 people. And God is so merciful. God was there communicating with Abraham to pray. And when you and I are called to pray, it's an amazing thing, because you've been brought into kind of the throne room of God. And he says to you, you know, Duff or Benita or John or Toby or Steve, you know, there's something in my heart and I want you to pray about it. See, He's conveying His heart. That's why you pray. Your prayer, if you see your prayers as though you're giving God a shopping list to pick up stuff at Costco for you, you're not understanding prayer. You've been brought into a very, very important situation, a very, could I call it, prestigious position with Him. And so He loves you. And guys, know this, that when you pray, and you pray with power, and you bring His promises to your mind, and you put them in your lips, and you put them in your heart, and you speak things, and you remember who He is and all the things He's done, and the miracles He's performed, and the victories that He's won in battle in the Scriptures, you are in that place. You're in that place to help release those things because God put you there. Not because you're all so wonderful in yourself. You're not. But He has put you there, and He's entrusted you with a lot. So anyway, I encourage you with that to pray. When you pray, you know, just pray with confidence, knowing God is hearing every single word you said. So, you know I love you guys. So please share this and like it. Somebody needs to hear it. Talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye.